Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Wrestlemania Review Show.
Woo! Yeah, Wrestlemania.
Yeah, not quite WrestleMania, just a bunch of guys bitching about it. Anyways, I am your foxy friend Backlash, and joining me tonight is...
Christopher says DarkMatch is Mastodon of the Monotone. And Backlash, I noticed you didn't say WrestleMania 31.
Damn it!
It's Wrestlemania.
They got me!
And I'm DigiPig. I am your Canadian bacon.
And I'm Ironbite. Ironbite Dash. And here's what the Iron Sheik was tweeting during WrestleMania 31. The Seth Rollins Iron Sheik class tonight, Bubba. Hashtag WrestleMania 31. He left the L off of wrestle.
Yeah, left me nonplussed.
And he didn't even say he was going to fuck him in the ass or make him humble.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, if the Iron Sheik was impressed with Seth Rollins, I guess we all have to be, because goddamn, I thought that show was going to be suck.
You know,
A lot of us did.
You know, I have a perfect analogy for WrestleMania 31 this year. We were going off on the pre-show about how unenthused we were about this, but last year, did anyone see the movie Need for Speed?
No.
I've seen it at least once.
Well, here's the thing. Before I saw it, I had heard everyone say, like, oh, it's terrible, don't waste your time, it's awful, it's crap, there's nothing good about it. And I got dragged to see it, and I sat down, I'm like, oh, this is going to suck. And you know what? When you go into something like that with no expectations, you come out pleasantly surprised.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what it was like.
Oh, yeah,
we were-
exactly.
we were
That's
ready at...
the phenomenon of low expectations. I mean, as far as the main event, like, everyone thought the best case scenario would be that they drag each other to a good match. We got that and more.
Yeah. We were ready at rock bottom with our rock bottom with our expectations on this show, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a second here, they must have remembered they're doing WrestleMania. Holy shit, this is actually good.
Well, Vince came out and said that he basically had to rewrite WrestleMania last minute.
Business as usual.
Yep.
Which, yeah, I read that Vince was like, yeah, I'm going to have to rewrite because I don't know what the fuck the crowd is doing. Which is apt, because does anybody know what the crowd is doing right now?
The Wave.
Yeah.
They're just doing whatever they want.
Yeah, and it's very apparent in the Raw after Mania that the crowd has given up on anything Vince does. And I think it has to do with the fact that Vince didn't give them what they wanted. Instead, he gave them what he thought they wanted, which he thought they wanted Roman Reigns, because of what happened at last year's Royal Rumble. I know what I'm saying. But, so he's like a year behind, so I guess that means WrestleMania 32, it's going to be Daniel Bryan?
Yeah, and then no one will want Daniel Bryan. It'll be someone else.
Oh my god.
I'll be surprised if they do that.
Fucking fans.
Nah, it's WrestleMania Star. Stardust is going to be the new heavyweight champion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my lord. If Cody Rhodes continues the Stardust gimmick into the next year, I will be amazed at his fucking staying
Longevity?
power. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get started with the pre-show, which was 2 hours long.
Yes, It was a 2 hour long pre-show because they had two matches on it. A Fatal 4 tag team title match, because, yeah, and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale with all but 11 competitors announced. I wonder why that was. And then I saw why.
Yeah. We'll start with the Fatal 4-Way, and like any Fatal 4-Way tag match, this was a mess.
Because one of the Usos is injured. The participants, by the way, were the Usos, Los Matadors, The New Day,
Ugh.
and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, a.k.a. the Brass Ring Club. And... okay, first off, Jey Uso is...
He's ejected very quickly from the match.
Was this legit?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's has a legit shoulder injury again. So they take his they take him out real early on, and he won't be he won't be a factor in the match for long or at all. In fact, I don't even because the results that we're getting this off of, they just call it Uso. They're just saying Uso.
It's very
Which Uso?
Well, that's
For the
that's
record,
not-
it was Jey Uso who was injured.
Yeah, but they're oh god.
well, I mean that's Lords of Pain's fault.
Yeah.
Like they just don't pay any attention, nor do they care about doing so.
It's easy to tell because Jimmy Uso was listed in the Battle Royal next.
Yeah. So again, this was a mess because it's fatal 4-way rules because that means in a tag team you can tag whoever you want.
And they even point out the stupidity of this, saying, I don't know why you'd tag someone who's not your partner.
And that's exactly what happens. Cesaro.
I'd say I can offer an explanation for that. Like, I think if someone is really being beaten down by their opponent and they're completely away from the corner where their tag partner is, they might want to just, like, instead of eating a pin, like taking a loss, perhaps like losing the championship, if they are the champion, they could tag in someone fresher who nonetheless isn't their partner. Four corners matches are kind of weird like that, but I think that there could be explanation for this stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, then again, I haven't seen any in a while. You know, I didn't watch the pre-show, of course, because I tuned in like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and WrestleMania was already still on.
You'll see a lot of types of matches with ROH, but WWE is smart, so.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's worth noting that WrestleMania is being held on the East Coast in an open-air stadium.
West Coast.
West Coast, I'm sorry, I'm getting my directions reversed.
Don't worry.
In an open-air stadium. Remember this, it's going to kind of bite them in the ass later.
Yeah,
Kind of, sort of.
we'll talk about all about that.
But for the most part, the sun is shining, it's hot down in Levi Stadium, and you've got 12 people who probably could be used somewhere else. Like, I don't know, on WrestleMania proper? No, we got to do this on the pre-show.
You know, they could just call it WrestleMania instead of considering it the pre-show.
It's not even a pre-show, it is the show.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point. I wonder why they have to clarify
the reason
that.
they do that is because you don't have to be subscribed to the network to watch the pre-show.
All right. Or do you think that there might maybe discrimination between pay for people on the pre-show and those on the main show?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least Matadorus and the New Day are getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, did we mention who wins the tag match?
yeah, it's Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah.
Brass Ring Club, all the way.
Yeah, we can't keep calling them that, otherwise Vince is never going to let them get over.
Well, screw you. So after we get some network
$9.99.
BS with things, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale.
They all got jobber entrances.
Every
Pretty
single
much.
one of them, including Hideo Itami.
Oh.
Of all the people, Hideo, Kenta, if you listen to random podcasts, stay on NXT as long as you can. Just stay.
Oh
Stay.
my God,
Don't go to the main roster until Vince is dead.
I was half right about my prediction for this. I said it was going to be all about Big Show and Kane. And I was half right. It was all about Big Show.
Yeah.
And I also said he's probably not going to win.
Well,
At least now, Big Show never has to win anything else ever again.
No.
well, the one bad byproduct of this is that they have the Big Show when nothing is going to be done with him like nothing was done for Cesaro, and they're probably going to drop what could have been a pretty decent event. Like, this could have been used to get someone over, someone with a good amount of strength and who could work and who's over, like Cesaro. But now that they've given it to Big Show, it's pretty clearly shown that they're probably not going to bring it back next year.
Yeah.
They gave it to the Giant.
It's just so that they can't keep saying, like, oh, Big Show has never won a Battle Royal, but he's so... Because they really try to put him over as dominant in Battle Royals, but he'd never won one before. So this is like, oh, he's won one. Oh, he's the best ever.
Yeah, maybe the fans will believe now.
Yeah. But really, just watching him no-sell Hideo Itami and just casually knock him out of the ring, that was depressing.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Even if you haven't seen that, just hearing about that is depressing.
Well,
Actually, no. The most depressing part was right at the beginning, where the entire ring ganged up on Curtis Axel, who was my pick to win this.
I don't know why.
Because he gets everyone in the ring to stop for a second so he can do his Axelmania shit. And then they're just like, fuck it! And they all just pick him up and just throw him out.
Which makes you wonder why they didn't do that to Big Show, but that's usually what they do.
I don't know. I mean, again, well, I think the best part actually comes at the beginning and then the end. When Mizdow finally snaps.
Yeah, the Miz powers explode.
The Miz powers have in fact exploded. We have had the breakup of Mizdow and Miz.
Oh, they finally pulled the trigger on that, huh?
Yeah, and yeah. It's there's gonna be nothing done with this. This is something that could have happened earlier, and then they could have had a match at WrestleMania, and no. Oh, by the way, he's still going by the name Damian Mizdow.
Because of course he is.
Because Raw. I just don't know. Again, this whole battle royale, this whole Andre the Giant battle royale, if you're gonna have something like this, make it mean something. Make it mean something so that it's not just, well, we couldn't figure out what to do with the Ascension. Oh, we couldn't figure out something to do with the New Day. Oh, we couldn't figure out something to do with frickin' Curtis Axel. I mean, just do something with these guys. And if you can't figure something out, don't make it feel...
Yeah, I mean, look who else was in this. We have Ryback, we have Jack Swagger, we've got Fandango, Eric Rowan,
Adam Rose, and Zack Ryder. Again, I don't understand how creative can just look at all these guys, especially Adam Rose and Zack Ryder. You could have given them a WrestleMania match to blow off their feud. When was the last time somebody...
We had another blow-off to a Zack Ryder feud during this, though.
Oh?
Which was weird, because Bo Dallas, as Zack Ryder is setting up a broski boot on someone, Bo Dallas just jumps him, manages to drag him out, then jumps off the ring apron, apparently eliminating himself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he pulled a Mil Mascaris, as the announcers called it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Or-
But it amounted to nothing because then he just jumps back in the ring and gets dumped over the top rope anyways. They don't know what the
Right.
fuck they're doing.
There's like 30. This is perfect. There are 31 guys in this, and these are 31 guys creative has no clue about.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of them at this point are kind of just refuse, and if they're getting paid, then I'm very happy for them. For instance, take Curtis Axel, for instance. I'm glad that he's sort of getting over, but it's with a parody gimmick, and to me, he's kind of like Jack Swagger. You could keep giving him chances, but I don't think he has the ability to necessarily like have a sustainable run with like any chances you get. So, in my opinion, why bother? May sound
Yeah.
cynical, but yeah.
All right, so let's get into WrestleMania. After this, we're gonna open it up super hot with the ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental title. R-Truth, Luke Harper, Dean Ambrose, Stardust, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, and Bad News Barrett.
And as far as ladder matches go, this one was pretty good.
I'm I'm biased because I like ladder matches when there's a Hardy involved. And
Yeah, but
that's
we're probably not going to see that again in WWE.
Maybe
Jeff,
down the line.
actually, Jeff and Matt have been making noise that they would like to come back.
Yeah, but they've been doing that for about 3 years now, and it hasn't happened.
That's true because because somehow Dixie puts more money in front of Jeff's face, and well, Matt, I don't know.
He just follows his brother. That's it.
Yeah,
Honestly, with Matt Hardy, it's kind of like NXT and WWE. I kind of wish he'd be on the Indies quite a bit more because although he's starting to gain more respect, I think he works better as a heel that everyone hates because of his history of being an attention-whoring dick, and it just works out for him. So I wouldn't care to see him in the WWE.
again, Jeff on the other hand, he could come back. He never really burnt any bridges. In fact, during his last run, he went out with a DVD. So, go for that. Anyways, this ladder match, it was okay. There was a couple of weird spots. There was a couple of... Oh, by the way, Stardust came out in this robe. I want it. I want to wear it everywhere. Seriously.
It's that awesome, huh?
Oh, it
It
is.
was.
You guys were waiting to see where I was going with that.
Oh man, if there is one notable spot though, there's this one point at the outside where Cody pulls out, I believe, a rhinestone covered ladder, which I don't believe they did much with. Although Barrett he then knocks off one of the rungs with his foot, and I forgot who it was that he just beats like completely over the head and chest and neck with the rung. But oh my god, that was something you don't see all the time, and it was just very raw. It looked great.
And then you see the rhinestones flying everywhere.
It was one of those spots where you're like, you're looking at it and it's like, well, interesting. He's using the ladder, the rung as a ladder. Oh, and that was Stardust's special ladder. The Lords of Pain doesn't have the name.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just,
it had some weird name, but whatever. It's a ladder covered in rhinestones.
And it looked cool. Dean Ambrose proves that he is a frickin' he is the new Shelton Benjamin by taking the insane spot in the ladder match that may have screwed up the ending a little bit. The spot is Harper basically power bombs Ambrose through a ladder and just takes him out for the rest of the match. Medical personnel come out and they're like checking on him, and apparently he had to get stitches and it was bad. And then so there's this spot where Dolph Ziggler kind of just runs up the ladder to block Daniel Bryan, and it looked like there was supposed to be a Dean Ambrose somewhere in there. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I don't
what
know.
was that?
I figured that was a planned spot, though.
It probably was. I think it took them out. I guess it took them out longer than they expected or something. The ending. I want to kill JBL, and this is going to be my theme for the night. Fuck you, JBL. Stop talking. I want someone to rip your vocal cords out because
Preach.
he kept calling Daniel Bryan a farm animal.
Oh my god.
And I'm like going, dude,
He's a farm animal. He's a leprechaun.
he's a goat. He's a goat. And so at the end, it's Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler trading headbutts. And
Oh, that was awesome because
it
they're
was.
they're basically headbanging each other.
And
They are.
then but it's ruined by JBL going, you don't headbutt a goat. It's like, I am going to reach through this screen, reach through time and space itself, and bitch slap you.
Yeah, this amuses Vince.
I will be returning to this throughout points of this. Daniel Bryan is your new Intercontinental Champion.
Yay!
And the crowd went yes. It had to have been the largest yes chant of all time.
And yeah, it's funny because there's a lot of belief, like a lot of rumors that say that those in the back in charge believe that it's not Bryan that's over, it's his chance. One can sort of play devil's advocate and say that yes, while the chant is quite over, it's way more hot when it involves him. So
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
like that there's your proof against that rumor.
And I can't think of anyone else that uses a yes chant, so...
They've tried to apply it to other people. Like
Like
oh
a
god,
Bella.
did they really?
with
Yeah, a Bella.
with AJ and Big Show on like separate occasions, but it just won't work. It won't work.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work as well without Daniel Bryan leading it, and I don't understand why.
No,
I
I'll
don't
tell you
wanna-
why. It's because people associate that chant with Daniel Bryan.
Well, yeah, but
it's like,
Yeah.
you can't, it just doesn't work when you do with Big Show or somebody.
it's just there's something about it when he's doing it that gets me all tingly.
It's magical. Just people think it's magical.
I guess so. So, we get the video package for the Seth Rollins Randy Orton match. And JBL is continuing to harp that this is that Seth Rollins has put Randy Orton in this position. And that Seth Rollins is a predator, and you can't corner a predator. Meanwhile, you have the apex predator getting exactly what he wanted with Seth Rollins and not giving a shit about how he got there. Just that he got him here.
Yeah, making Roman Reigns look kind of like a geek in the process.
But at the same time, Randy Orton is known as the apex predator, John. Seth Rollins is known as the architect.
Yeah, there's a difference. An architect is, more somebody who creates the whole thing, bigger picture.
Randy Orton kills you dead.
Yeah, it's like
And
he's not a predator.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Rollins can just build a house around the apex predator.
I feel like JBL somehow got his notes crossed or something.
I don't know. I guess he's trying to play the heel role, and the heel role is Randy Orton, doesn't want any of Seth, doesn't want this. This is Seth Rollins knows exactly what he's doing. He's the architect. No, JBL. Randy Orton has put Seth Rollins in this position. We watched it. We watched the shitty build. We watched the Rude Goldberg build of this match. At no point is Seth Rollins in control of the build to this match. Now, during the match itself, however, I was pleasantly surprised because I don't like Randy Orton. I really don't. I think he's a bully. I think he's a dick. I think he's an ass. But when push comes to shove, during big-time matches, Randy Orton puts it into another gear.
Yeah, he's the perennial example of a wrestler who is probably like 20 to 30 years out of his time. Like, he would work much better. His sort of very slow, methodical style would work way better in an older era. But at the same
like
time, like
70s or 80s.
yeah,
I've always said that Randy Orton is at his best when you put him with the right kind of competitor, and Seth Rollins is exactly the right kind
a
of
good
competitor
foil.
for him.
Yeah.
Because this match was amazing. I still don't understand the physics of that finish.
Oh my God! Okay.
It was
Okay.
fucked up. It was
So picture if you will, Seth Rollins has a button in his pants pocket. This is the same button that Adrian Neville has. And when he presses that button, gravity ceases to work for him. That is how you explain the physics of that match. Because, good Lord, catching... when Orton does the out-of-nowhere RKO, the true out-of-nowhere RKO, it's something special. And that's what this was. He counters the curb stomp with an RKO because Seth Rollins launches himself into the upper atmosphere. It was like
so weird to see.
I was like looking at this and I'm going, he's not. I got to see this again, and I rewound. And I was like, oh my God!
It was like Rollins is literally using his feet to climb up Orton as Orton's rising up.
Yeah, it really
It looks
is.
so strange,
but it worked.
Yeah, just absolutely.
It was believable.
It just, I love that match. Randy Orton wins, by the way. Seth Rollins again showing that he really is the future. And I truly do believe him, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns have brought something to the WWE that was lacking for a little bit.
Yeah, I agreed here. Totally. It was complete. Like, the beginning part of this decade, I really didn't like. Because, like, the top guy was The Miz.
Oh, God.
You know what? I don't mind The Miz being on top.
But Tish.
That's what.
Anyways,
yeah, let's get to our next match, which sadly isn't as good,
but still as fun.
But we're gonna be laughing.
Oh God! Up next, we have Sting versus Triple H with some of the strangest entrances we've seen.
On both sides, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what the taiko drum entrance was for with Sting.
I did not get that either. It's like, because Bruce Lee was the Crow, and they had to get
Brandon Lee was the Crow. Oh my God! But
God damn it, Digi! But that's not even the weird part. The weird part was we all knew that Triple H was coming out with a Terminator entrance, but we didn't know what that meant.
Guys, just so you know, as Arnold Schwarzenegger is a part of the Hall of Fame now in the celebrity wing, he has a new movie coming out, Terminator Genesis. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. It's not a typo.
This was to promote that movie.
And I guess that movie will be about really stupid-looking helmets with weird mechanical arms sticking off of them and swinging around the heads of Terminators like ball maces.
It'll feel like Lion King the musical.
Fuck.
It was the most amazing thing ever.
He looked like he was cosplaying or some shit.
It did. It so did. And I'm looking at this, and I'm telling you guys this, and you're just rolling your eyes, and I'm like, God bless you, Triple H, and your ego. God bless you. Because holy shit, if there was ever going to be a guy using using the sponsor, it was going to be Triple H. And I'm so glad for that. Sadly, this may be the high point of the match.
Well, yeah, but also to sort of put it in perspective, you consider his entrance from last year's WrestleMania, where he rises in the throne, he has the robe, he has the Shao Kahn crown, he has the Shao Kahn harem, and it was utter pomp. It was but completely clown shoes, but in a good way. This is clown shoes and the played completely straight this year.
It really is. This is the biggest overbooked match I've seen in a while.
And yet again, there wasn't really any other way to do it
No.
aside from 10 years ago.
Yeah, 15 years ago, however long ago. It was... During the match, Triple H and... Oh, by the way, fuck you, JBL.
Oh, God.
I'm going to say that every time he pisses me off, and he pissed me off a lot during this. Fuck you. Triple H really did not expect Sting to come like that at the very beginning.
Actually, it's funny, because they were having the build-up to this. I mean, I'll confess, listeners, I don't keep up with Raw. I have other things to do. Generally, I'm getting bored. This WrestleMania notwithstanding, WWE hasn't been that good in my opinion. And during the recap, the build-up for this, they were talking about how Sting, while he was in WCW, he was biding his time, waiting for 14 years. And you know what? Not only am I taken aback by how absurd that is, but then again, that actually offers a pretty simple explanation for, every dumb decision he made as a babyface in WCW, trusting people he shouldn't have trusted and getting his ass whooped for it. It turns out he was too preoccupied paying attention to Triple H.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, if you just pretend his match with Ric Flair at the last fucking Nitro is like his last match before this, he's just been sitting at home playing Warcraft for 13 years.
Well, according to Vince, he has, so...
But
again, this match was so damn overbooked because at the very after it really was hey, look, oh, by the way, this is no DQ, just so you know. Oh, by the way, did anybody notice the huge bruise on Triple H's
how could you
thigh?
not notice?
Oh, good, I wasn't the only one. Holy shit, what did he do to himself?
What did Stephanie do to him?
Yeah.
Exactly. She's getting a little bit too maneuverable with that strap on.
Oh, come on now.
Okay.
Come on now. We all right. The fact of the matter is, out comes DX. And that's Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac.
Ah!
Oh, God!
They come out. They run to the ring, and Sting just kicks their ass, and they all scuttling to the floor, and this brings out the NWO.
Fucking NWO comes out.
Yeah, never mind the baffling logic of why the NWO would help Sting if you know anything about the relationship between Hogan and Sting.
Right.
And this isn't anybody even close to MOBA. This is Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, they're all lumbering down to the ring slower than the Undertaker.
They just casually walk to the ring. It's like, yeah, Sting's getting beaten up, but we can take our time.
And you have to wonder how many people were watching this and saying, okay, so NWO is coming in. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. They're going to turn on Sting, aren't they? Just to make...
Yeah, I kept expecting that.
Here's a spoiler, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, instead, they have the worst brawl I've ever seen. By the way, does everybody remember when X-Pac was in actual NWO? Not fake WWE NWO, actual NWO.
Yeah, sold out 97.
Watching him fight the NWO was rather amusing. But again, this was just Hogan. By the way, I don't know why he was. Why couldn't they have found the Scott Steiner or somebody who's more fucking mobile than fucking Hulk Hogan?
Or again, if we're talking about logic, they could have gotten Steamboat out from the back. They could have gotten Arn Anderson, who, let's face it, is usually heel alignment, but like lately in WWE has been like very elder statesman. They could have gotten Dean Malenko, anyone who was a perennial face,
But
just to represent WCW.
But no, they got Hulk Hogan. I just so
maybe.
So after the NWO, oh, by the way, Kevin Nash tackles Billy Gunn and then holds his quad.
No, he doesn't. That he was just making fun of Smart.
Yeah, I know. That was the point.
Really?
You should have let me continue.
I'm sorry.
All right. So we get back to the so after the NWO and DX are separated, Sting hits a quick Scorpion Death Drop and it's like 2 count. And then he applies the Deathlock.
Yeah.
For the longest fucking time. Because apparently Shawn Michaels can't get into position quick enough. Because he appears out of the sky. At one moment, he's not there. The next, HBK with Sweet Chin Music.
And I'll give Sting credit. This was a better Scorpion Deathlock than the last time I saw him do that move.
Oh,
That's true. So then it comes down. So after Sting kicks out, and the fans chant, "This is awesome." Okay, it kind of is. I'll give him that. Billy Gunn hands Triple H Sledgy, and as Sting is backed into the corner, Hall just casually hands Sting his bat. So it's Batty versus Sledgy. And Sting takes out Triple H, and as Triple H is on his knees and Sting is ready to do the unprotected big bat shot to the head, Triple H blocks it, and Sledgy is broken in half!
Oh yeah, Sledgy finally gets defeated.
Okay, that was kind of awesome.
Sledgy! No! But Sledgy isn't out, folks, because as Sting hits a stinger splash and goes for another one, Triple H just decks him in the face with the head of the sledgehammer and wins.
Anticlimax.
Anticlimax. Oh,
But it's not over. Because after the match, now
Bro hug.
oh yeah, DX and NWO have another curtain call.
Oh. I just
There ain't no more business left to expose, guys.
Yeah. And I mean, and then Triple H and Sting have a very sort of half-hearted kind of handshake. It's really kind of just pisses all over. Like, I guess the guy, like, his original insecurities about joining the WWE would be that his character would be misrepresented, made to look weak, like Booker T was when he confronted The Rock, etc., etc. But this was, I guess he's fine with the paycheck now, because why would they do this?
And it wasn't that they buried him either. It was overbooked as hell, but it wasn't a burial.
It was just one match.
There was just one match, and he doesn't have to do any more.
Yeah, I mean, No Leaf could probably put it more eloquently, but there's legitimately zero reason why Sting had to be booked to lose.
So,
yeah, let's move on from this. Anyways, our next segment is backstage with Maria Menounos, who's interviewing our new Intercontinental Champion, Daniel Bryan.
This segment.
Yeah, who is quickly joined by Pat Patterson, Roddy Piper, Ricky Steamboat, who does the worst Macho Man impression I've ever seen, Ric Flair, and Bret Hart, all congratulating him, and they do the yes chant!
Like, even Bret's, who usually doesn't show any emotions, he's going, yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Again, there's something about Daniel Bryan.
Yep. And then Ron Simmons walks in, and they say, wait, Ron, you were never Intercontinental Champion. And then he looks all sad, and he's just like, damn! And walks away, and they go back to yesing.
It was fucking great.
Yeah, my two favorite parts of this segment were after Ric Flair congratulates him and then does a woo, he just quickly gives Ricky Steamboat an affectionate chop. Like that is a very nice touch due to their history. And And also, yeah, like you were saying, Bret Hart. I guess he thought of this segment as a 5 out of 10.
Yeah. So we
Music
have.
time.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that ever.
Okay. Then,
Ever.
all right. Then next we have the Divas match.
Oh my God, Paige and AJ versus the Bella, and
The Bellas, you mean? Not just one of them.
no, they are one unit.
They're collective.
They are
just
collective.
Bella.
Resistance is futile.
They
You
are
will be
legion, they are
fabulous. The Bella Twins versus Paige and AJ, and AJ. Damn.
There was an interesting thing about this match because the beginning of this match, they just kept kicking AJ off the ring, and she was just KO'd outside for half the match. And I figured it's because they were burying her because of the shit she said to Stephanie on Twitter. But then it's like, halfway through the match, it's like, why don't we stop burying her and let her get over?
Cool.
Iron Bite? Did we lose Iron Bite?
He was Cyloning a bit.
Yeah, Iron Bite. Who's going to narrate this thing?
Crap.
Yeah, so it was a Divas tag match, you know.
Iron Bite! Iron Bite, we can barely hear you.
He sounds like he's suffering.
Yeah.
Need
Plug
to
your
boil
mic
him up.
up
He's
and-
going rusty.
Technical difficulties at the DarkMatch, folks.
No, seriously, they just like, oh yeah, stop burying her time.
The
Iron
only thing we
Bite!
could hear out of him
I
is,
don't think he can hear us!
it was like indistinct.
Ah, crap.
Ah, shit.
Give us a second here, folks.
Oh man, if anyone wants to take up the slack, I mean, the moral of the story is that AJ wins with the Black Widow.
Guys, you'll never believe what just happened to me.
What happened?
I was lost in some strange dimension where things made sense.
Iron Bite. No place like that exists.
I know, that's why I'm so scared.
So your mom's microwave was interfering with the Skype call.
Damn it!
Dude, yeah,
Damn
that's totally a thing. That's totally.
Damn it, Digi! Yeah, was that Digi? Yeah, damn it, Digi! Did you guys finish the Bella Twins match?
Oh, we're still talking about it. Go ahead.
Okay, good. All right, you guys obviously talked about the burial, and then okay, we can stop now. Good. Brie and Nikki have completely changed themselves when it comes to their wrestling style, and thank God for John Cena and Daniel Bryan. They're the best things to happen to these two women, both politically and athletically. Because you've got Nikki, who has become John Cena, and Brie, who has become Daniel Bryan, and I think that's kind of awesome.
Then again, the irony of that is that Nikki kind of wrestles in something of a strong style, like winning matches with hard forearms and like having that great rack attack kind of thing. John Cena is booked as a very powerful guy, but like I could see Daniel Bryan as more of like the fierce striker. So maybe it's just D. Bryan like taking them both under his wings in smart fantasy booking land.
Yeah. AJ and Paige wins with the Black Widow. Ouch. So, we're gonna move on. Hall of Fame ceremony time, where everybody comes out who's alive. Because why not? And Kevin Nash, of course, getting.
And it's good to see Alundra Blaze pulling the women's title out of the garbage can.
Yeah,
that was a nice touch.
That was.
Next up, we kind of get a little bit of a break, and then we get the hype for John Cena versus Rusev.
Oh my god.
Rusev comes out on a tank. Good night, you can all go home. Best entrance. Okay, best entrance so far. It was the most amazing. He comes out driving a fucking tank. And it was just
and not a Jeep with a pipe on it, an actual tank.
They went down to the armory and said, "Can we rent this tank?" And the U.S. Army was like, "Sure." And then
but before that, they actually had the Russian flag get carried out down to the entrance aisle.
yeah, it was like
It was fucking crazy.
it was a fucking crazy entrance. How does John Cena come out? Patriotism, 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 patriotism,
Oh,
patriotism, 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 patriotism. John Cena sucks.
Yeah,
My god, that was the most heavy-handed thing I've ever seen.
we get words from different presidents over the history, and it ends with Ronald Reagan. Blech.
No, it starts and ends with Ronald Reagan.
God damn it!
Bush is in there, for fuck's sakes.
Not enough with Obama, but just reminds me that George Bush's main thing was speaking, not leading.
His thing wasn't speaking at all, or leading.
True.
He had nothing.
So John Cena comes out, and I honestly thought that when that entrance ended, they would have had service personnel lining the ring. Nope. I guess that was a bit too heavy-handed.
They blew all their money on the tank.
I guess so. So, you remember what I said about Randy Orton, how I hate him? I think he's a dick and ass, but when it comes to big time matches, he'll turn it into another gear and just amaze you.
Yeah.
John Cena did the exact same thing.
Yeah, I agree.
This was a damn good match. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, he was excellent in this fucking match.
If nothing else, it continues to prove like how wonderful a talent they have with Rusev. Like how agile he is, how he works as a strong man like incredibly well. Not much more to say.
There were spots that could have been blown, but weren't. But at the same time, Rusev worked with him, and I haven't seen this in a while. You know, I haven't seen somebody actually be able to work well with Cena in quite a while who isn't Randy Orton. But of course, LOL, John Cena wins, and he not only breaks the undefeated streak of Rusev, he breaks the accolade.
Because of course he does.
Oh yeah.
At least he broke it because he was able to pick up Rusev. Not, oh, I'm just going to break it. No, he breaks it up, and he breaks it by literally picking up Rusev and throwing him into the corner. Which is a little bit better. I mean, they could have had him just, had him break it. No. The only way you're breaking it is if you're John Cena and, able to pick up the 300-pound Bulgarian brawler. Lana gets knocked off the apron. Best spot in the match did not come from Cena or Rusev. Cena has Rusev locked in in the STF in the middle of the ring, and Lana's at ringside just panicking. Oh no, what do I do? What do I do? So she throws a shoe.
I don't know what that accomplished, but
Yep.
Honestly,
Powers
who
close.
throws a shoe?
Yep.
She throws a
like
shoe.
you fight like a woman.
Cena wins, by the way, with an AA. So your new United States champion, everybody.
Yay!
Stay there, Cena.
Yep.
Stay in that pit.
Yep.
Never get
To the room.
out.
Well, Cena going into mid-card hell is like a good thing for the rest of the roster.
I just want him to stay in the United States division. Keep him as far away from that 16th title reign as possible for as long as possible too. So now we're going to have a darkness break.
Yeah, this is the big problem with this show. There were only 7 matches on a 4-hour show. And they had to pad for time. Keyword being pad. Because this segment dragged.
Oh my god, it was so fucking slow.
But you could have cut this down to 10 minutes. It would have been just as good, and we could have had another match.
The problem was they were trying to the next match, by the way, is Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker, both whose entrances.
You're skipping something.
No, I'm not skipping this. Both whose entrances need darkness to work. However, they took one look at the sun and realized, shit, this isn't going to work at all.
Yeah,
Open air stadium.
Unless we vamp for 2 hours, we're not going to get this done.
Yeah. So they sent Stephanie and Triple H out again. So the two of them had a 20... Oh, by the way, the official total of number of people is 76,976, and Triple H beat all of them. Yeah. This whole promo is basically Stephanie and Triple H being the heels who shit on the fans, shit on the superstars, shit on the divas, shit on the announcers, and they own everybody. And this brings out The Rock.
And you might be asking, for what reason? Yeah, we were asking
padding, this is padding.
I
God damn it.
honestly thought he was going to pull a Jericho and not say a goddamn thing.
Because the crowd would not shut up. It really wouldn't. And Stephanie echoed my thoughts. Okay, you're happy to see him. Now, can he talk? No? Okay. It was like, guys, it's just The Rock. You don't need to chant for this long. You know? You didn't need to just chant this long for him. I mean, it's great. It was great, but okay. So Rocky gets in Triple H's face and is like, "Hey, you know, we had a great rivalry." And Triple H is like, "You know what? I remember beating your ass for most of it." And I was like, "That's because you can't remember the times you were beat, because the times you beat his ass don't equal the times he was kicking your ass up and down the ring." Because Rock really did get more on that rivalry than Triple H ever did.
Well, of course he did, and plus he was the more talented end of that rivalry. I mean, it's always been sort of like another sort of either Meltzer thing or rumor that goes around with fans that Triple H was never too fond of The Rock, and people would always just assume it was jealousy.
But at the same time, Triple H is like a wall. And I'm going to elaborate on that. Triple H is a wall. You bounce things off of him. And it works because he can either not react, or he can find some way to make you better. Because even when he was winning, except for this one period where he let political power go to his head twice, Triple H put a lot of people over. And that's something that people don't really appreciate. The weak part of this segment was Stephanie, because I felt she was getting a little racist.
Ooh.
And this is coming from me. Okay, I felt she was getting a little bit racist, talking about how, hey, she owns The Rock and the Johnsons, and Raku was like, you know what? It's like you wouldn't be in power if it weren't for Vince McMahon's Johnson. Dick joke.
Ooh.
Classy. $9.99, everybody.
That's what she calls her strap-on.
God.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
So after that, Stephanie just hauls off and slaps Rock, and she's like, "What you gonna do? You gonna hit a woman? You gonna hit a woman? Huh? 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 This is my house, my people. Get the hell out of here!" And Rock's like, gets out, and then Stephanie just keeps talking, and Rock stops. He's like, "Wait a second here." So he walks around the ring to Ronda Rousey. And they look at each other, and he looks back at Steph, and Stephanie has shut up by this point. And Ronda Rousey hops the barrier. All right, so quick question. Is Vince really that afraid of UFC?
Yeah.
I don't think he is, because he keeps using UFC. All right?
No, he was afraid of losing Brock to UFC. That's about it.
Okay, and but he will stoop to using. By the way, I have a feeling that Ronda Rousey, once her UFC contract is up, is actually going to make the jump to professional wrestling. Because I don't see anybody ever beating her, ever. But yeah, so Rock and Ronda get back into the ring, and the crowd starts chanting a "Ronda's gonna kill you" chant. And somewhere in the world, Samoa Joe sniffs the wind. Do not leave me hanging here.
But it's funnier that way.
Ugh. So we get Stephanie just starts talking about, oh, we're friends, and Ronda isn't gonna be, isn't gonna hurt me. I mean, she loves me. She and the four horsewomen were at ringside for my SummerSlam match. Tell him, Ronda. Oh, I see. So Rock told you about, having hopes and dreams of a WrestleMania moment, but you know what? It's not going to happen. In the world, I mean, if this was the octagon, I'd be afraid of you, but this is the squared circle. This is my ring. And you know what? You're just going to have to get out and just get the hell out. Ronda gets the mic and says, any ring I step into, it's mine. You want me to leave? Make me. Oh. And
I know it seems like Iron Bite's taking a long time to tell this story, but trust me, they're doing it much slower.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're explaining this all in about 5 minutes. This took half an hour.
Did you took the words right out of my mouth. Pretty much like every beat in that. Like, for instance, when Rock goes out of the ring after being slapped, like his search for
That took 5 minutes! That took 5 fucking minutes for him to get over to Ronda.
It was slow.
All the while, Stephanie is continuing to talk.
So as Stephanie's getting more and more angry, Rhonda's getting angry, and Rock's like, so you see this look on Rhonda's face. Just so you guys know, that's when Rhonda's about to reach down Stephanie's throat and play jump rope with her fallopian tubes, and Triple H laughs because apparently this was the funniest line they came up with when they were writing this segment. And it really was. And then he's like, hey, okay, Rock, that's the last thing you're going to say about my wife. And Rock's like, you're right. That's the last thing I'm going to say. And the fight begins. And the fight ends when Ronda just hip tosses Triple H out of the ring. Literally. And Stephanie's like, you don't touch my husband. You're the most dangerous woman in the freaking world, and I'm gonna slap you. And Rhonda puts her in a standing armbar.
Oh yeah, and that's all it takes, pretty much.
Effortlessly.
It was Stephanie goes for the slap, and Rhonda just snatches the arm like, this is mine now. This is mine. I will break it off and use it forever. Do you want to go? Yes, I want to go. Okay. I'm taking your arm. I really wanted Rhonda to just hip toss Stephanie and put her in the arm bar. But I guess that's not going to happen. Because I think Stephanie's in a little bit out of ring shape.
Yeah.
When was the last time she had a match again?
At SummerSlam.
Why didn't I watch that?
Because it was terrible.
Oh, right. Who did she face?
I
was
don't remember.
Brie Bella, I think, or something.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was against... Yeah. Anyways. So, Rock, does his... if you smell what The Rock is cooking. And this whole segment took 30 minutes.
And the sun still wasn't down.
Enough.
Yep.
It wasn't down enough.
And then Vince is in the back. He's like, God damn it, why didn't we have Big Show versus fucking so-and-so?
Yeah, he's storming around because it's once again something that he can't control. Even though, he could have just prepared better.
Or, I don't know, put another match on the card?
Yep.
He doesn't even like yawning because he can't control it.
Sneezing.
Alright, so next up, we have Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker.
Dancing scarecrows, why?
Because Bray Wyatt is the new face.
I did like the fact that this match was exactly after the sun went down, so there was a bit of a Twilight theme. And I'm not talking about the shitty fucking movies, by the way, just so nobody jumps on me about that.
It wasn't quite dark enough as it needed to be for the entrances, because Bray Wyatt comes walking out, and there's a bunch of scarecrows played by various NXT guys. That's what.
Yeah, I know. And what's sad is Sami Zayn was one of them.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean...
NXT champion, everybody.
Ex-NXT champion. Kevin
Right.
Owens is your current NXT champion.
Right.
So as Bray Wyatt is coming down the ring, he's, giving life to the skeletons. According to reports, when he was warming up earlier in the week, he injured himself badly. To the point where this walk down the ring, which was slow even by his standards, may have been super agonizing.
But nonetheless, damn fitting. Because if he wants to be the new Undertaker,
I'm recording my show now, but later.
Interruptions.
Yes, microwaves and parents.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay. If I can go into the microwave zone, you can have parents interrupt. So as he gets into the ring and he blows out the electronic lantern. Again, why? Why isn't he just using a real lantern? If you say fire hazard, I'm going to remind you we are in an open air arena.
It's California. There are a lot of wildfires there. You never know.
Damn it.
So, as they wait, Wyatt's like, "Come on, Undertaker, come on out." Out comes the Undertaker.
Oh, here he comes.
No frills with this entrance. Very, very cut and dry, very basic.
This was as low-key as you... I expected the Druids to come wandering out with him.
Not even that.
No, just the Undertaker. And JBL, fuck you, JBL, kept mentioning that, is this the Undertaker making his final stand? Or is this the Gunslinger? Wait, Gunslinger? I thought he was a dead man. Wait, is he an American... Is he
he's
a
not
biker?
one smoking guns.
He's as much the gunslinger as he is Randall Flagg, I guess.
Seriously, was JBL on the crack cocaine tonight? Because he's getting everything wrong.
I get that, Undertaker's supposed to be, a cowboy or something. But he's not ever been a cowboy gimmick. He's always been this dead man. He's always been the Phenom. He's always been the face of fear. And Bray Wyatt, bless his soul, will be the new face of fear. Because when The Undertaker finally does decide, you know what? I'm done. Bray Wyatt will be the man who will get that torch.
The electronic torch.
Yes, the electronic torch. But as we'll find out, it was not meant to be tonight. Undertaker comes out and is looking better than ever.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't looked this good in like 2 years at least.
3 years! He hasn't looked this good in 3 years.
Yeah, plus it helps that he didn't get a concussion in the middle of the match.
Yeah, that too. This is the match that should have been last year. If you were going to break the streak, this would have been the match to do it.
Totally agree.
Not Brock, I show up when I fucking feel like it, Lesnar. We talked about this on the pre-show. I'm not going to harp on it.
Yeah, let's not. But
this match was better than I thought. It really
wasn't anything amazing in my opinion, but they did what they could.
It's as
solid.
good as a match as you're going to get out of the Undertaker these days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one problem I have with the match, when Undertaker sells, he sells like he's on his last legs.
Yeah. Catching his breath throughout the entire thing.
I get why, because he's pushing 50, but you don't always have to look like, after one big move, you're done. Just a thought. Oh god, Undertaker's gonna come and kill me, isn't he? Nah, he doesn't listen to this shit. Bray Wyatt, on the other hand,
does.
I should maybe check my closets tonight. All my closets. Yes, I have many closets. I have many victims. This was like I said, it was solid. It was a solid Undertaker called match. And when Bray would get in his offense, it looked good. It looked crisp. It looked clean. It looked like he wasn't trying to kill the Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. And it really just showed that, hey, look, Bray Wyatt's ready. Bray Wyatt's ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
But is anyone in the back paying attention?
I mean,
No! It was... Go ahead, Christopher.
Yeah, I mean, not anything like in particular about either competitor, but the match itself, what I liked is that I don't think they OD'd on false finishes like they've been doing for the last several months or last couple of years. There was just like a couple of false finishes with finishers, and then just a finish.
Which was okay. The best spot of the night was not even a move spot. Bray Wyatt and Undertaker are both down center of the ring, and Bray pops up with the spider walk, and then Taker sits up.
And he's just look on his face like, what the fuck are you doing?
Leers.
It's so awesome.
And Bray is like,
You fool, what the fuck are you
and
doing?
he just melts. He just melts down. Like, Undertaker's like, this is not that is not scary at all.
I know.
Need to stop that.
And Bray's just like, and he like rolls over.
He's like, I'm sorry, sir.
Bray's facial expression is one of like utter fear and just completely mesmerized. Perfect.
It was. He goes for Sister Abigail. Bray Wyatt. The finish is Bray Wyatt goes for Sister Abigail, the full Sister Abigail. By the way, the kiss to he did hit Sister Abigail earlier, but it wasn't with the kiss to the forehead, which I guess is the kiss to doom.
Yep.
And Undertaker is like, yeah, fuck you, Tombstone. and Michael Cole sells it. The arms are crossed. The tongue is out. Got him.
It's like a game of SOCOM.
Really? Really, Michael Cole? At least it wasn't JBL. At least it wasn't fucking JBL.
It's weird to me that Michael Cole isn't the most annoying person on commentary anymore.
No, it's just...
He's probably the most tolerable person on commentary.
Which is saying something. Because remember when we used to shit all over Michael Cole?
Yeah, that was back during his like obnoxious heel phase.
Yeah. So, we get a little break. Then we get the hype for the World Heavyweight title match. Fuck you, JBL. Shut the fuck up. Are you Paul Heyman? No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
You know, this is where low expectations come in. Because I could not give a shit about this match. Until the finish.
Which was awesome, but...
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
We are. When we say low
Really?
expectations... Oh, yeah, we are. When we said low expectations, we didn't expect anything out of this. We thought, okay, this is gonna be shitty. Roman Reigns really can't do much to Brock Lesnar. And as Roman Reigns comes out through the crowd, there's boos. They're muted, but he's being booed the fuck out of this stadium.
You could hear it more clearly when he goes up to the corner and the heat just intensifies. Wow.
And the only reason they're doing this, and I said it on the pre-show, is because they didn't get Daniel Bryan. That's it. They did not get Daniel Bryan, so they are so pissed about that. They're willing to ruin a man's push. Roman Reigns' entrance, when he cocked back and then punched the mat and the fireworks went off, I thought that was awesome. I really did. I thought that was great.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's always a good spot.
I mean, just watching the camera spin around Roman Reigns as the fireworks go off.
It was cool.
He still needs to lose the fist cock though. It's like he should never do that again. That still looks like a 5-year-old kid. It doesn't look badass.
Click click.
Out
comes Lesnar.
Yeah. This match wasn't good.
Are you shitting me?
No. I'm not talking about the ending. I'm talking about what they were trying to sell us. Or what they intended to sell us, but Brock Lesnar wasn't really playing along because he doesn't sell shit.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. Fuck you, Brock Lesnar. Sell something, you fucking idiot. Sell something other than, disdain. Sell something! When you get hit, sell it!
Because I was under the impression, like, I'm watching this, and I'm like, Roman's gonna win, and it's not gonna be believable because Brock is just shrugging off everything he's doing. And he's making Roman look like a complete fool. The closest he came to selling was when Roman is forced to push him into the ring post hard enough to probably give him a concussion and gash his head open. That's the only time Brock sold something slightly. He was only like, "Oh, I've got blood in my eyes. That's annoying. I'm gonna go punch this guy some more."
And he had that fucking gross looking cut on his face for most of the match.
Yeah, because the very first time, because again, this is the problem when you don't sell. When you don't sell, you get legit hit. When you get legit hit, you get legit opened up. Roman Reigns, 10 seconds into the match, opens up Lesnar with a right hand. Lesnar will then hit with one of 10 suplexes. Oh, by the way, this enables him to say "Suplex City, bitch." John Cena went to Suplex City. Roman Reigns went to Suplex Township. Because that's Brock Lesnar's big thing. He just hits suplex. 30 seconds into the match, we get our first cover. Oh no, I'm sorry. 30 seconds into the match, Lesnar hits the F5, and it's like, well, Roman Reigns starts selling. And he sells it like, "Thank you, sir. Can I have another?" JBL, fuck you. This isn't about Samoan pride. Dude, what was that? What was that, JBL? Samoan pride? Fuck you! This isn't Samoan pride. This is somebody told Roman Reigns to, he's just going to beat the shit out of you. Don't sell that much.
This is like more about Lesnar's pride, if anything.
Yeah, because he hits 10 suplexes on Roman Reigns with variations, and again, it's like somebody needs to tell Brock that somebody needs to stop Brock from ever being in the wrestling ring again. It's not going to happen for another 3 years, but there is no way he will ever go to UFC with his medical condition. Backlash, what is that again?
Diverticulitis, he's missing half of his intestines.
He is never going back.
God damn.
Ever. Because if he does, he will die. He will die in the middle of the octagon. So, Roman Reigns just takes the beating of a lifetime. Bloodied mouth. I think he even lost a tooth. And Brock Lesnar never...
He didn't sell anything besides, like, "I've got blood on my face. That makes me angry!"
Or, "I need to stumble around for a little bit." And...
yeah, it's time for me to take the Superman punch, and then I take the spear. But then I'm gonna punch this guy some more and suplex him.
And hit an F5. And as we hit...
Well, no. Here's the problem. Everyone wrote this match off because everyone knew how it was going to end. And nobody was invested in this because we knew Roman was going to beat Brock. And the way it was being presented, it was in no way going to be believable. But then...
A light come to us from above. Like an angel descending upon high, carrying his golden sword aloft. The angel, known as Seth Rollins, cashes in Money in the Bank.
Right in the middle of the fucking match, it's like, fuck you, match. I'm taking...
This is now a triple threat. And I was like going... This didn't work when you were in a legit triple threat match. How the hell is this going to work? Oh, it fucking worked.
No. This is what happened. I was so uninvested in this match that I'm just playing games on my phone. I've got the headset on. We're in the call watching the show. All of a sudden, I hear Magpie start screaming, "Yes! Yes! Yes! This is amazing!" And I look over and I'm like, it's Seth Rollins. Huh. Okay.
Oh! Wait a second! And meanwhile, I watch it the next day because I have old man syndrome and I fell asleep during the pre-show without matches. I'm looking at this going, this didn't work when you were in a legit triple threat. How is this gonna? Oh, that's how it's gonna work. They beat the hell out of each other, didn't they? Yeah. Seth Rollins manages to steal one by curb stomping Lesnar. Oh, and as he's going for the curb stomp, okay, he's going for another curb stomp for Lesnar. Lesnar, by the way, doesn't sell that one, and it snatches him out of the air because I guess that was Seth Rollins' thing. Roman Reigns fucking spears Lesnar out of the ring. Rollins with the curb stomp and the win. Your new world heavyweight champion, the Angel, Seth Rollins.
Woohoo!
All right,
Fucking A.
I totally agree that this is the best way they could have finished this match. Like, I love the fact that Rollins came in. I love the way he did it. I love how he cashed in. I love how much of a magnificent bastard he looks. Everything you said about the match, I completely disagree with because I loved it. I thought it was hard-hitting in the right way. I think Brock Lesnar is supposed to look dominant, and part of how he's supposed to look dominant is to not sell quite a bit of offense. I thought at the same time they got Roman Reigns over pretty huge with like his constant smirking while taking pain. I thought it was very effectively put.
I will give you that. I'm gonna be I know I bitched and moaned and cursed Brock Lesnar out. Sell something, you fucking bastard. You gotta fucking sell. It worked in the context of the story. And the context of the story was Brock Lesnar is a beast. You don't beat the beast. The only way you're going to beat the beast physically is if you can out-physically beat him. All right? I know what that sounds like. Let me explain. You've got to be able to hit as hard as he hits. You've got to be able to take the punishment he deals out, not only with a smile, but when your mouth is filling with blood, and you look at him and you go, "Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another?" Brock Lesnar at one point dropped the fucking gloves and started just slapping the shit out of Roman Reigns. Every time Roman Reigns looked up and went, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And the way Seth Rollins beat him is perfect, because if you can't beat him physically, outsmart him.
Completely. And I thought also, like, Rollins played it well, like, when he came in, because he was prepping to hit the curb stop on Brock, and he continuously looks outside to see if Roman Reigns is going to come back in.
Yeah.
I to say he does, but, man, I love that. And I didn't really think that there was a blemish on this match.
From that standpoint, yeah, it makes sense. The problem was that we were all under the assumption that Roman was going to win, like, either with a roll-up or Brock was going to flick the sell switch, as I've patented. But this is about the best thing that can happen to Roman Reigns, because he got screwed out of his chance for the WWE title, so he's got a legitimate reason to be chasing it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got the potential for a great feud with Seth Rollins,
which is going to be fine, because here's somebody he can interact with. Here's somebody he can actually physically chase. Brock Lesnar's biggest problem is he's not there enough to be chased.
Yeah, he just goes away, and you're just spinning your wheels for fucking 3 months.
And all right, let's talk about post-match Mania. Fuck that crowd.
Yeah, we're talking about Raw, and wow, that was... Where the hell was Raw held?
San Jose.
Fuck San Jose. You might have loved NXT, but who is doing carpeting? Somebody's doing carpeting. Oh my god, is somebody building something? Oh my god, I think Brock Lesnar's here. Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh my god, he beat the hell out of everyone at the announce team last night. Now he's come for us.
It's like Brock Lesnar. All right, so Brock Lesnar comes out and he wants his rematch right now. Okay, that's his
Right, he can do that.
That's a good way to use him. It's like, I didn't get pinned. Seth Rollins wasn't supposed to be in the match. Give me my goddamn title shot right now. That's a good way to use his character.
So he comes out for his match with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is like, "Fuck you, bye," and
I
runs
don't feel like doing it tonight. Sorry.
and runs away. And Brock Lesnar is like, "So what do I do with this hard on?" Then he looks around. All right, I guess I'll fuck everybody else. He goes insane. He takes out J&J Security. He takes out the announce team. He grabs poor Michael Cole, drags him into the middle of the ring, gives him an F5, and knocks him out of his shoes.
And Michael Cole got a legitimate hip injury from that.
They played it off that he had a clavicle injury.
Or he injured... No, he actually did injure something.
Yeah,
they played it off like all three of them got injured, but Cole actually had to stay overnight at the hospital.
And apparently he got... They said, oh, Michael Cole suffered a clavicle fracture. 10 days prior to this, WWE, somebody died from that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Mysterio.
Mysterio killed a guy doing...
Yeah.
No, he didn't kill a guy. It was a 1 in a million chance. But still. Okay?
That must have been fucking stiff.
It had to have been. This is what... But... So, after this... so, Stephanie comes out, and to give Brock Lesnar his vacation, she suspends him indefinitely. Great. Now Brock Lesnar can go and have his vacation. We won't have to see him until SummerSlam. Great. But he doesn't have the title. So Roman Reigns can legit chase Seth Rollins.
Yeah, we can get some good Rollins-Reigns matches in the coming months.
What's more, it also brings Ambrose back into the picture with Seth Rollins. Their feud never really ended. Now he has skyrocketed into the main event scene, which, as far as I'm concerned, he deserves.
However, San Jose was not the crowd to do this to, because the main event was a 6-man tag match. Randy Orton, the Ryback, I don't know why, V is being added to this, and Roman Reigns come out to take on Seth Rollins and Big Show and Kane, and the crowd got into itself. Some of the highlighted chants of this match was Suplex City, please retire, that was to Big Show.
Oh God.
Same old shit, this was to Kane. CM Punk, this was to nobody in particular, and we are awesome.
No, you're not. Shut up, San
As far
Jose.
as I'm concerned, yeah, like, Raw after WrestleMania, like, all the crazy chants they come up with, it's all fun and games until they start chanting, we are awesome.
And they did the wave, because apparently they were bored with the match. Now, I'm going to tell you this. They asked Big Show to please retire until Roman Reigns started beating him. At that point, they started booing Roman Reigns. Guys, it's over. It's done. WrestleMania is done. Try to get Daniel Bryan over to the point where Vince... Let it go.
Besides, earlier in the night, we actually had an awesome Daniel Bryan match. Can't you be happy about that?
No! Apparently they can't. And this is the problem that I've had with... this is the problem that Roman Reigns is dealing with right now. The crowds don't want to get behind him because they were denied Daniel Bryan. And they want to blame Roman for that. No, don't blame Roman. Blame pantless Vince. Okay? Blame pantless Vince for thinking that what you guys chanted the year before was what you want now. It's like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what Vince is thinking. And that's all I'm actually going to say about post Mania Raw.
Yeah, there's not a lot else to say.
It was a great. Let's throw shit.
We had
at
Lucha
the
Dragons
wall.
on the show, which I guess they still have.
Yeah, and Adrian Neville has also debuted. He's now known as Neville.
Are you fucking serious?
As a heart attack.
Holy fucking Christ! They really gave him the.
Yeah, and he's got a cape too. He has a cape.
Oh fuck me! Oh god.
Yeah, he's got a cape. So you have the Lucha Dragons, which means the Ascension now have somebody to feud with.
That'll never happen.
No, yeah, I know. And you have Neville, quite possibly one of the greatest NXT champions. Certainly held it long enough. I'm so sorry, Adrian Neville. I don't know what you did to deserve this. But it's gonna hurt.
He dared to get attention at NXT.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's Mania and a little bit of post Mania. There could be more we could say about post Mania Raw, but I think we covered the oh, by the way, Sheamus is back.
Oh yeah, he's got a bitchin' mohawk and he's turned heel.
And he's got Lucky Charms in his beard.
That.
They're magically delicious.
I guess so.
Fuck. Well, I guess that's pretty
That's
much
it.
WrestleMania.
God. So
WrestleMania
what's left to
play.
say? Anybody got any final thoughts? Chris?
Exceptional WrestleMania. Sum it up.
A pleasant surprise.
Yeah, goddamn, it was like, a good WrestleMania till it was a lousy fucking fourth quarter.
Fuck you, JBL. And that will do it for us.
Yeah.
This is the Dark Match. I guess we'll see you next time. At some point.
Yeah, or fuck, what are we doing next? Extreme Rules, probably?
No. Digi. It's not Extreme Rules. It's Axel Rules.
Nah,
Is that what they're calling it?
No, that's what Curtis Axel is.
Oh.
Axel Rules?
Oh.
Okay.
we'll see you at SummerSlam. We're under the Brock Lesnar contracted podcast.
Good night and good luck.